Hello. I've recently sent out an email with the questions that we're asking of the learners during our interactive communication. It's important to understand that we're not actually asking all of the questions at one time because that would take too long. What we're doing is doing a sample of the questions over a sample of the learners. As I say, what we're communicating with all of the learners over the coming months. So you need to ensure that your learners are expecting a phone call from us, ready to take that phone call, and that you understand that we need the correct number for the employer, but also the name of the line manager, which would be really, really helpful. So to help us on that, I thought what I'd do is I'd pick out 5 questions and give you what we believe are the answers that we're looking for. And these are the answers that will help us to move the company forward so that we know this is how we need to improve, but also that we're comfortable with whatever monitoring visit comes our way, that we're ready for it. Okay, so I'll go through the questions. So the first question is, when was the last time that you logged into eAssessor? Now, what we're looking for is that the learners use the eAssessor as an interactive tool, that they've logged in, that they've certainly logged in at their last trainer visit, but really, do they know how to use eAssessor? Can they upload their own evidence? Can they see their own progress? Anything that ensures that they can show that they own their portfolio is great. Okay, so the next one is, what is the curriculum you are working towards and how far are you in your curriculum? Now, the learner should confidently be able to point to their ILP and their scheme of work that's actually in their ILP, or the framework curriculum scheme of work, which they should have a copy of. And now the trainers can find this framework scheme of work in the resources 2019 and 20. I can't say it clearly enough that's absolutely something that the inspections are looking for. They call it the curriculum, and we need to understand what the curriculum is, but more importantly, they need to know where their ILP is. They need to have seen their ILP, they need to understand their ILP, and their ILP should be showing them exactly what progress they have made and what they've still got to make. Okay, so the next one is, explain the assessment cycle. Now, what we want from the learner is to tell us, they don't need to know what an assessment cycle is, but they do need to know that there is an assessment that's been planned, that they know how they need to prepare for it, what they need to do, and they need to know when the assessment is going to take place, or when the assessment took place and what feedback they got back, and from that feedback, how can they improve or how can they progress. And that enables them to ensure that they understand where they are, where they've been, and where they're going. Okay then. So the next one is, when and what was the latest skill or knowledge or behaviour you have learned while undertaking your programme? So from this, they need to be able to state this from the ILP. And from their eAssessor feedback. So you can see how everything ties in with that ILP. If we've got a really good, robust ILP, they will cover all of these questions. Now, if they can't think of anything, which a lot of them can't, that ILP will help us to do who are doing the questions to actually be able to jog their memory. Because we'll also be able to get onto eAssessor, get their ILP, and we can clearly see. Because what we need to do is we need the learner to understand their new skills and knowledge. Okay then, and the last one is, you have reached the gateway stage of your apprenticeship. Congratulations. Now, what support are you now receiving from your trainer? Now, from that, it's the gateway checklist meetings with the learner and the manager. They need to know that everything has been signed off. They need to confirm that they are ready to practice the EPA activities, and they need to know what the EAP activities are, when they're happening, what they're doing, so they can clearly see that they are really getting ready towards the EPA. And obviously they need to be able to tell us what their EPA is, and how it's going to be. Is it going to be multiple choice? Is it going to be a questionnaire? Those sorts of things. Okay, so that's a brief guide of what we're doing. I'll send you some more when we're looking through the questions. Can I just say that there are absolute improvements being shown from us speaking to the learners, and I think it really is helping the learners. They actually love being talked to on the phone, I have to say. Okay, many thanks for your time, and together we can move forward towards this monitoring visit. Many thanks. Bye.